Well, we're just about to Brian's favorite time of the year. It's the time to buy your seed corn. Brian just loves that great big expense at the end of the year, and it can save you so much on your taxes, Brian. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hate spending money. And I especially hate spending more for the same thing year after year, and it just seems like seed prices keep going up, up, up. And you know what I'm most frustrated with, Darren? You used to be able to just talk to your seed corn dealer. They'd give you a price on seed. That was the best deal you could possibly get, and you just wrote out the check and went along. But here's the trouble now. A lot of these seed companies, it seems like to me, are artificially raising their price to ridiculous levels, and then they've got all kinds of money for their reps to go out and give away free seed, or give away a trip to Hawaii, or a seed tender, or a lease on a pickup, or something like that. Why not just give me a good price to start with?
So you're saying when you want to buy seed corn, you don't want to necessarily make a vehicle decision or a trip that you're going to plan with your wife?
That, plus I don't want to have 18 discussions with my seed corn dealer just to get the best price. I want to just talk to him once and have it over with. I got other things to do.
There certainly are a lot of complicating factors in Brian's life around seed corn, but if you're thinking about buying seed corn for next year right now, and it is a really good time to prepay for seed, you're going to max out on cash discounts and those kind of things, you really do need to look at what type of seed corn you're going to buy and what company you're going to buy it through.
Yeah, and I can just tell you on our own farm, because of my frustration with all these deals and everything else, we're going to be planting a lot of Stein corn going into next year. We're also going to be planting some mycogen corn going into next year. The reason why the Stein thing is appealing to me is because they basically just came out with a low price right off the bat. There are no deals. The reps aren't going to come out and, try to negotiate with you, and you have to work them 10 different ways to get the best price. You just get a good price right off the bat when you can just right up front pay 180, 190 bucks for VT3 instead of having to go through all that negotiation. Well, the price is $240. Then they come back a week later. Now it's $230. Well, I'll throw in this deal and that deal, and pretty soon it ends up getting down close to that 180 or 190. But man, look at all the work.
Well, you're a little worked up today, Brian. Now,
I am.
You aren't going to sign up for that university course on negotiating or anything for this year.
Well, again, I've got a lot of other things to do as a farmer. I just don't want to have to hassle with all that. So I guess I have a couple of things to say to you today. Number one, look for some good deals like Stein, for example. They've got very, very similar genetics to just about everybody else and a good price up front, so you don't have to negotiate over weeks or even months. The next thing is, if you are looking at buying other brands of seed, like let's just take Channel, for example, their reps have a lot of money in their pockets, okay? So the price that you're gonna get up front from your dealer, it's probably gonna be fairly decent, but you need to work on the local rep also with that seed company and maybe negotiate a little bit better deal.
Well, I think there are quite a few programs this year, and as you look at just about every company out there, many of the regional companies and the national companies, they've got some different programs to work through this year. For one, there's new Smart Stax corn coming out, and most of the companies on the market, with the exception of the NK companies and Pioneer, are going to be offering some Smart Stax, and maybe those companies will have some Smart Stax too. It's a Monsanto and Dow joint trait that's coming out with Yield Guard technology and Herculex technology, Roundup and Liberty tolerance. So it's a big package, and of course it's going to come at the highest price in the industry too. Well, those companies need that product to get out on the market. They're going to have some programs. Hey, you know what? Try some Smart Stax. We'll give you a little deal here to get you trying some of this stuff. VT3 Corn has proved very well again in the field this year. I realize there are some pockets out there where they may not have a lot of rootworm pressure. Most of the companies now, I think Pioneer's got 30 different pricing zones across the United States. Monsanto's got, I think, 7 different pricing zones, depending on what you have for insects in your area and how much of this technology you actually can benefit from. They're just coming with more stacks in the product, so the companies don't have to offer 50 different products. They can offer a smaller number of products and fit a wider range across the market. So do talk with your reps and your local seed providers to find out, all right, where am I falling in this? Which one of these traits can I benefit from in my local geography? For us on our farm, we do a lot of VT3 corn. We've got a good amount, or I shouldn't say good, but maybe a bad amount of rootworm pressure in our neck of the woods. So we know we need to manage rootworms and corn borers. Why not do it through the trait? The question is, as Brian mentioned, at what price point does it make good sense for your farm?
Yeah, well, once again, I guess we just wanted to make you aware that there are lots of deals floating out there from a lot of different seed companies. Personally, I'd rather buy something like Stein where I can get similar stuff at a good price right up front, and I don't have to negotiate for weeks or months on end in order to get that price.
Well, and Brian definitely is a fan of their marketing program, but they can't do anything to control our Weed of the Week. We'll show you how to get that job done coming up later in the show.